So we're doing episode 4 of 14 Days Later with the guys from Bicycle Stokvel. Bicycle Stokvel is a cycling initiative in Oslo, and they've been facilitating a lot of cycles and lifestyle events. And we want to talk to them today and find out how do they build communities through cycling, how do they get into cycling, and yeah, just sharing their creative journey with us and hopefully leaving us all inspired by the end of the day.
I'm Lungile. Most people know me as Tees, and I'm in advertising. So yeah, I'm also a photographer. Yeah, I started off as a photographer.
My name is Kunop from Forsterass. I'm also a photographer, and I have a full-time job as well. Yeah, that's who I am.
Yeah. And Bicycle Stokvel, how did that come about?
We looked at the challenges that we would see that everywhere around the township, there's nothing positive speaking to the people. It's always negative. Lungsa said that we all visuals, like from photographer, art director, stylist. That's our strong point. So we thought, how about we use the same strategy they're using to impress us, to motivate the community, using our art and people that we know.
Why cycling?
You know, when I came back from varsity, like the only thing my dad could give me was a bicycle. Like after I got my diploma. Because he was given a bicycle by somebody else, but he wasn't gonna ride it. And the option was like, yo, let's sell this, and then we cut the amount together as like some way of like celebrating your achievement. I was like, nah, like this Kubega bike is gonna change my life, you know, and then change other people's lives. And then that's where the cycling thing started, because it was a birth with like one bike. And then later on, the Secho bought a bike. And then the other niggas got bikes. And then everybody got bikes. And then by then, like we were a collective doing that Ride for Change thing. And then that thing actually started.
Everyone, well, most of us, right? We start out in the hood. The hood seems slow enough, and we all come to the city for like networks, for a fast-paced life, for whatever, you know? Why did you guys decide? Because I feel like you could have easily been popular in the city, you know what I mean? Because there are like-minded people. Why did you decide that you're going to go and do it in the hood?
Like in my experiences and the people I live with, there was a certain point of some guy said something to me. He's like, dog, it's not bad moving to the city and doing stuff in the city. But dude, always know, Guti, the hood has nothing to offer you. But when individually you have a lot to offer this place, you know, and it's so important with like no spaces, they know what you're about, because these are the same people who are going to support you. These are the same people when you go wrong, they're going to come back and be like, yo, I span, boy, I span. And they're going to be honest to you. The man is in the hood. Like, let's go out of that mentality with, you know, I need to go to Joburg to make it. No. Yeah. Like brands are looking into the hood and they want to infiltrate into the hood, and they want culture and they want insights from Oslo. They want culture from Soweto. If Soweto could do it and build a lot of stuff like malls, big malls and stuff like that, because like that's where everything started. Started with one mall that was big in Soweto, and then it started off infiltrating in our hood. Like Oslo has a McDonald's, a force. Like now we have a McDonald's, like who would have thought would have a McDonald's, like who would have thought there would be a KFC in the hood?
What kind of community do you think you're facilitating through Bicycle Stokvel?
The community we're trying to keep is people who want to better themselves more than anything, you know, and people who are like curious, you know, like people who want to learn off what we have learned. Because at the end of the day, we must come back and give back skill. We need to bring it back home, you know, and share it with the community that we have. And we believe our community is growing and growing and growing, because people are always hungry for something new. As I said, they're always hungry, and they're always hungry for like, when is the next Bicycle Stokvel? Because they know ukuthi ngizomita uAndrew uzofika ingamla. There's people who don't interact with white people at spaces. So those are the kind of people. Want to bring people who you feel like they're not accessible. You see them online. and come and hang out with you and share lezos into which I see him online every time. Like, let me go to Bicycle Stokvel. I'll meet him, I'll ask him, hey dog, how do you control lighting, shutter speed, those kind of things, you know. The people who are like curious for new things, like curious to actually interact with artists, musicians, chefs, and businessmen all around and from like the East and West and wherever we all from.
Okay. Fast forwarding to December this year,
Issue.
you guys are going to Durban.
Yes.
So yeah, tell us about that, like Durban. What's the whole idea?
Okay, it's called How Dreams Are Realized Cycle Challenge. So the whole thing is to show people for you to realize a dream, there'll always be challenges. And through cycling, we'll show those challenges. Hey, there's times where you feel like you want to give up. There's times where Lungile will say something and will be so pissed, but you still need to keep on. And Lungile next week will say something that will help you to push. We'll be documenting all these things to show people okay, for you to realize a dream, dude, you need to do something about it.
Cycling from Oslo to Durban.
Yes.
For how many days?
6 days.
6 days.
600 and
See, I want that what you just did.
646. Like it's crazy. It's a crazy thing. Like it's all about like realizing a dream, and you want to show the fruits of realizing your dream. It comes with perseverance, patience, and working. Sometimes in your dream, you're gonna need people to help you out, and that's a team. That's why see Masenza Lentole, we don't want Kamba C3. We want to go as a group, like maybe C5 at least, because like I'm gonna learn a lot from Lesego on the road. Yeah. And that's the community we need to go to see cook and if sesnamandla enough, siba cook, siba push. You know, come back in our hood, we want to do an exhibition and a screening of the documentary as well. To show we did this, and these are the kind of pictures we took when we were going there. So September, it's on. 16, it's on. Like it's really on.
And okay, it's been hard, but you've been pimped out a bit over the past few months. So maybe like talk to us about some of your sponsors, people that you've managed to get in the bag, people you're working with. I know you guys work with Fixing Diaries and all of that.
Yo, like so crazy how everybody wants to jump on, you know? Like and it's so overwhelming, you know? Like because like at the end of the day, like we need to like get what we want. Like from all collaboration, because we believe in long term, not rush, you know. Like we believe in long term, like even if it's not forever, but at least commit to us for like at least 2 years or a year, because like this is body growth and consistency in what we're doing, you know, and what we're trying to say. We've collaborated with brands like Puma, you know, like it's so crazy how when we first started this, it was a small thing to them. They were like, these boys. We have our people in Joburg that we're gonna give money to. And it's so disappointing, like when I look back on those movements that they were feeding, sometimes feel like I can call Rudy and be like, yo fam, where's what? Who's alive now? You know, like I feel like that, but he's been like our friend now, you know, and he saw the vision. And like, it's so sad, like brands start realizing after they've lost everything. You call brands and then brands like turn you down, and then later on a brand calls you and be like, yo, dude, like we invested in the wrong people. Yeah. Like we invested in the wrong people. I'm not talking about Puma, but I'm talking about brands holistically, you know, in general, with like brands, I'm our brand managers and like the people like by complain, which yo, we invested in this dude is like messing up. And it's so nice, which like when the project ended, the collaboration ended, they gave us bikes and they were like, yo, these bikes are for you guys. Go start your thing. This is like a new chapter in your career. That's the brands we've worked with.
The future of Bicycle Stokvel. Like, what is the grand vision? What are some of the short-term and long-term things? We've already spoken about Durban, but like in between Durban, after Durban, what are the plans for Bicycle Stokvel?
One of the biggest things that I'm planning for Bicycle Stokvel to happen is the whole packaging. Because Bicycle Stokvel, it has so many things inside of it. So sometimes we see like when we're sitting with decision makers, they'll be confused sometimes, okay, what exactly are we doing? So we're working on packaging the whole thing so that it's easy to sell and it's easy to control in a way. Because we have so many plans inside Bicycle Stokvel because we want to create a lifestyle, like us, cycling, food. We want to have our own shops, our own like place where there's the cycling stuff here, there's clothing, there's also food, our own hangout. So yeah, it's just packaging it nicely so that it's easy to sell and stuff. Yeah. For me, what's important is packaging. Yeah.
So long term, we're building a site. Like we're trying to build a site for selling artworks from other artists. So we're building a site where you can go on, buy work be delivered to your place, and then you pay us. And then from there, we're connecting artists with the artworks and connecting consumers with artworks. And then giving them a platform for an online store, yeah, art, to actually sell it. Futhi, even the most simplest, if you feel good your work is like, it's work that can sell, bring your work to us. We will channel the work to the right people and sell it to them. Would say, yo, Kona, this illustrator. There's his work, like buy his work, and he's a great artist. So like there, bios will live there, art will live there, and then the other stuff we're actually doing will live on the side. Like we need more dope curators. Like that's my obsession. We need more dope curators.